Buckle up, Buttercup, because this might just be the most explosive tea you'll hear this entire year. We're about to dive deep into a story that's shaking the entire hip-hop world to its core. In what might be the biggest plot twist of 2024, DL Hughley just put Snoop Dogg on blast, and trust me when I tell you, this drama is juicier than any reality show you've ever watched in your life.
It amazes me that to convince black people that Donald Trump cares about them, he takes pictures with celebrities. It's amazing to me. If Donald Trump cared about black people, he wouldn't have denigrated the president with those claims of birtherism.
But part of that is starting off with Snoop Dogg and Nelly and Soulja Boy and others for their decisions to perform at events surrounding the inauguration.
Okay, stop everything you're doing right now. Can we please talk about how Snoop Dogg just pulled the most shocking switcheroo in hip-hop history? I mean, we're talking about a complete 180 that nobody saw coming. DL Hughley is out here dragging Snoop through the streets, and honey, every single word is hitting like a bomb. Like, imagine calling someone out for doing something, then turning around and doing the exact same thing. The audacity is through the roof. We're talking about levels of hypocrisy that would make a politician blush. But hold on to your wigs, because this tea is about to get piping hot. Snoop's name has been in everyone's mouth lately, and trust me, it's not because of his music. The streets are buzzing with all kinds of wild stories. We're talking about the whole Diddy situation that's got everybody side-eyeing, those whispers about him being a double agent in the culture. Yes, you heard that right? And grab your pearls, clutch them tight. Theories about how he might have betrayed Tupac. The way this story is unfolding, it's like watching a Hollywood thriller, except it's happening in real time. And just when you thought this couldn't possibly get any more explosive, guess who decided to enter the chat and blow the whole thing up? Suge Knight. And baby, when I tell you he came with receipts, I mean he brought the whole Office Depot with him.
Most important thing is there's got to be a solution, because this has been going on in the industry for a whole years, for decades. And at the same time, you know, nobody wants this to be true, and it shouldn't have to be true. But if we don't fix it and do something about it, history will constantly
repeat itself. Now, Suge, you said something early on that I want to get clarification for the audience. Suge, you said early on, you can't just look at Diddy in isolation. You said this was done to him. He learned from others, and it was done to him, and then he did to others. To me, that sounds like what I hear when people are talking about situations, you know, hurt people, that someone was used, they wind up being a perpetrator. Is that what you're suggesting about Sean Combs, that he was used and he now uses?
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. I think he repeat what was done to him. And like I said, if you look at Russell Simmons, you know the truth. Andre Rail, you know the truth. Clyde Davis, you know the truth. Jimmy Iovine, you know the truth. So there's not certain things that all of a sudden you got this. The industry is a quick business. It's been like that for a long time. And the casting couch is real, but it's for women and men. But far from all that, I think the most important thing is I feel like they should let Puffy tell his truth. I'm quite sure he's going to expose a lot of people. I'm sure he's going to move forward with it. But I don't think it should be a situation like the Epstein thing where they found him hanging from the ceiling or dead before the truth come out.
Chilly. Suge didn't just spill the tea, he dumped the whole tea factory. He's out here calling Snoop the real industry rat, saying he's been playing both sides like it's a game of double dutch. The way Suge laid it all out, you'd think he'd been keeping a diary of every single move. And that's not even the half of it. Suge's been dropping receipts for years about Snoop's questionable loyalty to Tupac. The way he's telling it, this isn't just some recent development. This has been brewing longer than your grandma's Sunday dinner.
And I knew that Pac did everything right by him by putting him on All Eyes on Me, speaking about him and being real with him. And if it's true what they say,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Face-to-face is going to be a lot of explaining to do. Only way you have a radio if you was at the fight with us and you had a security detail. Now, not having a security detail, what are you doing with the radio?
But hold up, because it gets even worse. Suge just dropped another bomb that's got everyone questioning everything. Remember that emotional story Snoop's been telling for years about getting kicked out of the hospital when trying to visit Pac, the one that had everyone feeling sorry for him? Well, according to Suge, that story is about as real as a $3 bill. He says Snoop never even showed up. I am literally on the floor. And the way Suge told it with all the details and timestamps, baby, this isn't just tea, this is a whole Boston Tea Party. Now, let me put you on to the latest scandal that has everyone's group chats blowing up. Picture this scene because it's about to get wild. Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and Rick Ross, three whole legends of the game, just casually showing up to perform at Donald Trump's inaugural ball. The internet went into absolute meltdown mode. People were typing in all caps like their keyboards were stuck. The comment sections across social media looked like somebody's caps lock got possessed. We're talking about notifications going crazy, tweets flying left and right, and Instagram stories longer than a CVS receipt.
Nah, chill. I'm not performing. I am in Washington, D.C. right now, but I'm not performing. It's a private vibe I'm doing with my brother Snoop Dogg.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the dope, ready to make an entrance.
Now, Nelly tried to do damage control, bless his heart, he really tried, during a sit-down with Willie D talking about respecting the office and how he'd perform for anybody in power. Chile, the way people rolled their eyes at that explanation, I'm surprised they didn't get stuck. The internet was not having it. People were coming with receipts, old tweets, past interviews, everything but their birth certificates to call out this mess. But honey, when DL Hughley entered the chat, he didn't just bring receipts, he brought a whole flamethrower. He hit Instagram with the kind of truth bomb that had everyone's notifications screaming. The way he laid it out, piece by piece, fact by fact, was like watching a masterclass in calling somebody out.
But I am honored to be performing for the office, for the President of the United States, regardless. Ain't nan other president asked me to perform. Nan.
And then, oh my God. DL pulled out the ultimate receipt that had everyone gagging. He dug deep into the archives and found a 2017 video where Snoop was throwing more shade than a solar eclipse at black artists performing for Trump. In Snoop's own words, and I cannot make this up if I tried, which one of you Uncle Tom ninjas is going to do it? The irony, the drama, the hypocrisy, the way this aged like milk left out in the summer sun.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo is gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first?
Baby, when that video hit the internet, it was like throwing a match into a gasoline factory. The comments section turned into a whole roast session. The way people were coming with the quotes, the screenshots, the side-by-sides, it was like a digital version of Law & Order with receipts as evidence. Someone called him the biggest industry buster in all of Southern California. Another person wrote, he puffed up his whole chest and said, "Yes, sir, I'll dance for you, sir." I am deceased. The memes that came out of this? Legendary. People were getting creative with it, making edits, doing side-by-sides of old Snoop versus new Snoop. The internet was working overtime. But let's rewind this tape real quick because there's more to this story. DL Hughley's been the unofficial cultural watchdog since forever, and his track record is speaking volumes. Back in 2017, when Steve Harvey rolled up to Trump Tower talking about working with Ben Carson, DL went off like a firecracker on the 4th of July. He said something so real it'll give you chills. It amazes me that to convince black people Donald Trump cares about them, he takes pictures with celebrities. Read that again. And the way he broke it down, pure poetry with a side of truth bombs. And baby, he was just getting started. The way DL pointed out how Trump spread those birtherism lies about Obama, questioning why he's using rappers, comedians, and athletes as black community spokespeople, it was like watching a masterclass in cultural commentary. As DL put it, you'd rather see us run the ball than run the country. Somebody pick me up off this floor. The way he connected those dots had everyone's third eye wide open. Fast forward to now, and it's like watching your favorite mess of a reality show, but make it political. DL's got theories about why Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross took that stage, and it's all about power moves. According to him, Trump's team wanted performers who wouldn't make their white audience clutch their pearls. The shade of it all when he said, "Some of us were in the house while most of us were in the fields." That statement hit harder than your mama's wooden spoon.
Say, man, you playing to win tonight, man. You sharp as a mosquito. What's going down? That's that crypto, see? They let a real crip up in the crypto ball. Bang, bang.
But here's the gaggery of it all. DL thinks this was Trump's ultimate flex, making someone who once dragged him switch sides faster than a chameleon changes colors. The way he laid out this theory had everyone's jaws on the floor. And notice how Trump didn't call Waka Flocka, Kodak Black, or Lil Pump this time. DL says it's because they're old news. Trump needed someone like Snoop to make waves, and chilly, it worked like a charm. The calculations, the strategy, the chess moves, it's all making sense now. The internet has been eating this up like it's a 5-star meal at a Michelin restaurant. Someone quoted DMX saying, "They sold their souls to the devil and the price was cheap." Hello, 911. I'd like to report a murder. The way people have been breaking this down, analyzing every angle, bringing up old interviews and past statements, it's like watching a true crime documentary unfold in real time. And don't even get me started on the conspiracy theories because, honey, people are connecting dots like they're playing the world's spiciest game of Connect 4. They're pointing at everything. Snoop's Hollywood come-up, those random product commercials popping up everywhere like whack-a-mole, the Olympic torch moment, saying he must be an informant. The way these theories are spreading faster than gossip at a family reunion. But the real gag? Someone dropped this truth bomb that had everyone's timelines shaking. When you get a certain amount of money, you can come up with any excuse to do wrong. But let's be clear, money can't erase history. We will remember this. I need my inhaler because I am not breathing. The way that comment hit different, like it wasn't just about Snoop anymore, but about the whole culture. And can we talk about how this whole situation is exposing the bigger picture? People are out here connecting all the dots, from Snoop's early death row days to his Martha Stewart collabs, from his faux shizzle era to his corporate America moves. The way the internet has been playing detective, pulling up old interviews, comparing statements, analyzing every single move, it's like watching a documentary and a drama series all at once. The social media detectives have been working overtime, digging up everything from old tweets to ancient Instagram posts. They found clips of Snoop talking about loyalty, about standing up for what's right, about keeping it real. And now, the contrast is hitting harder than your first sip of coffee in the morning. People are creating whole threads breaking down his evolution, and let me tell you, the receipts are endless. Some folks are even bringing up how this might affect Snoop's legacy in hip-hop. Will people look at Doggy Style the same way? What about all those classic death row records? The way this situation is making everyone question everything. It's like finding out your favorite auntie's secret recipe actually came from the back of a box. But here's what's really got people talking: the timing of it all. Right when the culture is going through all these changes, right when conversations about loyalty and authenticity are at their peak, this happens. The way it's making everyone question who's really who and what's really what in the industry. Some are saying this is just the tip of the iceberg, that more revelations are coming that'll make this look like a warm-up. So what's the verdict in this messiest of situations? Did Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross just commit career sabotage by performing for Trump? Or is this all just another day in the business? And is Snoop really out here playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers? Or did he just make the biggest miscalculation of his career? The debates in the comment sections are wild. Some people are defending him, saying everybody's got bills to pay, as if Snoop's running low on funds, while others are saying this is exactly what happens when you forget where you came from. The discussions are getting heated, the takes are getting hotter, and the plot, it just keeps thickening. Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this conversation is far from over. Don't forget to smash that like button harder than Snoop smashed his own credibility. Hit subscribe like you're hitting the unfollow button on your fave who just disappointed you, and punch that notification bell because trust me, this hip-hop saga is about to get even messier. Stay tuned because if this episode had you gagging, the next one might just send you to the emergency room. We're talking about more revelations, more receipts, and more drama than a season finale of your favorite reality show. And remember, in this industry, today's tea is tomorrow's cold coffee. But this story, this one's brewing something special.